Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to my channel. Today, I want to do something special because I want to share the products that, as a special needs mom, I cannot live without. And it might be the products that might actually help you too if you have a child with special needs or if you just have a child, because some of these products you can use just as a mother as well, but it's the product that I cannot live without right now when it comes to parenting a special needs child. So I'm going to start with the first product. It's the medication. It's just a mixture of things. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one product which is the medication. Actually, this we always have this. Actually, doctors have just put her back on this laxin syrup because she gets constipated a lot. Like, one thing that you will realize when you are raising a child that is on a wheelchair is that because they are not as active as other kids, uh, they don't go as normally as other kids do when it comes to doing number two. So there are times when they really struggle with constipation. So we use this a lot. Like right now, the doctor has prescribed for her to take like to take it 5 meals 3 times a day, because recently she really has been struggling with constipation. But at other times when she's going normally, we don't use it. So it's on a needs basis. So we always make sure that we have it, even when we don't get it from the hospital. We always make sure that we buy it from the pharmacy, so we make sure that we have it in the house. The second product, I really love this one because she, as she's growing, obviously her arms started feeling like she needs something for her underarms. But at the time when I discovered this product, I really didn't want to put her on a normal roll on, and I wanted something that she doesn't have to put on all the time, but that will make sure that her underarms don't smell. And this you can only get at Discam. I haven't been able to get it anywhere else. I don't know how to do it so that you can see it, but it's Perspirex. It has different flavors. The nice thing about this roll on is that you actually, it's even written here that you can put it once a week. You don't have to put it all the time. Actually, it's very strong for you to put it all the time. So you put it once a week and you just go like this underarm, and that's all that you need to do. And for the whole week, underarms won't smell. It's like 200 and something at almost 200 rands at Discam. So it's a very good product, this one. But it's not only for special needs, even for a child. You know, sometimes I feel like children nowadays require roll on very early on, and you have to be very careful about what you use under their arm. So this is very good if you are starting them on underarm uh, treatment. Then we've got what I think every mother has. If you're mother and you don't have this one, I don't know what's helping you. This is Panado. Panado we always have, because every mother needs to have Panado in there. I don't know how to so that you say it. It's so great now that with Panada they have the strawberry flavor. I don't know if it makes it nice. I still feel like it tastes horrible, but it helps because they're in pain sometimes with their hips, with their muscles tighten. You always need to have Panado because sometimes you feel like she's in pain, but you don't know what really is painful on her body, but you're wanting something safe that you can take. So I always make sure that we have Panado. Every time we go to the hospital, they give us Panado too, but we always buy it. So we make sure that she has that. And also, over and above her getting constipation, she has times when she just doesn't have appetite. I think that's normal for any child. But with her, it's difficult because she's not able to verbalize, like, I don't want to eat, I want to eat something else. Sometimes she doesn't want to eat, like she doesn't have appetite. And her doctors have recommended that we have this for her, which is Happens. Is it called Happens syrup? And this we only use when we feel like she really just does not have appetite at that time. So we don't give it to her all the time. It has a bottle like this. I don't know how it tastes, you guys. I don't know how it tastes, but it seems to help. Like after giving her maybe once or twice, then you will find that she would want to eat after that. So that's what we have for that. uh, and then I also really really love this one. This next one, it was just me, because at some point I really was feeling like she was becoming very stiff, and she also I was feeling like, because like if you've seen people that are on wheelchairs and cannot walk on their own, their legs become very thin, and that's because they don't use their legs, so the legs don't get strong. So I wanted something to help with her bones, even though she's sitting on the chair all the time, but I wanted her bones to still grow and be strong. So I wanted her to take vitamins that will help with the strength of her bones. And I went to the pharmacy and they recommended the Centrum for kids, and it's like just one pill that she chews in the morning and in the afternoon. She doesn't have anything taking anything. She doesn't have any problem taking things orally, so she can chew stuff. She can eat normally. We feed her, but she can eat normally. So she's even able to chew on the pill. So she takes like this two times a day. We also have this product, baclofen. Baclofen is like a lifesaver when it comes to like children with cerebral palsy, because it just helps with muscle relaxation. It helps with that, so they're not so stiff, and it's not so pain. Their bodies are not so painful. So baclofen is like, we cannot live without it. If she goes through 3 days without it, it's like you can see that she gets uncomfortable and stuff. So it helps a lot. However, this you can only get on on prescription. So because it's a very strong pill, and there's different kinds of it, like, so a doctor will really have to check on your child and see what kind your child needs. But this really has helped her a lot. We actually cannot live without it. When it comes to like prescribed medication, she's off most of the medication that she was initially on. So this is the only one that I fought for them to not take out, because I still feel like it helps. Because for the other medication, I was fighting for the doctors to take her off. And the last medication was like few months ago. I was finally able to convince the doctors that she actually doesn't need the medication because she doesn't have seizures. And but then I asked them to keep this one on because I still feel like it helps them. When you have a child with special needs, you do a lot of what do you call it? You have to fight for your child, you guys, because obviously the doctors, they're educated on how to treat certain conditions or certain diseases, but you know your child. You know your child. So sometimes you have to be the one to educate your doctors about your child. So for like a few years now, I've been trying to get them to say my child does not need medication for epilepsy because she hasn't had a seizure since 2013. There's no need for her to be on that medication. And so I've had to fight that, and finally I got a doctor that was able to listen to me, and she consulted another doctor, and they did make the final decision that she didn't need to take epilim, because the other doctors just felt like she needed to take epilim just to be safe. So yeah, you do a lot of that. And then recently we find that her skin is very sensitive. Her skin is very sensitive. I'm looking for the other one. Oh, there. Her skin is very sensitive, so she rashes very easily. She gets rashes very easily. And one of the things that happened, we cut her hair. I like cutting her hair because I've had bad experiences. I had a caretaker once that was not washing her hair proper, and one day I cut her hair and she had sores on her head and all that. So I just, from then on, I wanted to keep her hair short, so I know what's happening with her scalp. But then again, her scalp is very sensitive, so when you cut her hair, Sometimes she gets rashes, or it itches, her skin itches a lot, and she gets irritated by the hair growing. So recently the pharmacy recommended that first we use this shampoo on hair. So you put it on her head for like 5 minutes and then wash her hair. It's Kiehl's shampoo. I don't know why it's not. But it's Kiehl's KEZ shampoo. We got it at Alpha Farm. And then Ketazol cream. And then after she washes her hair, then we put Ketazol cream on the areas where it itches. It seems to help, like it calms us down, because when she's itching, she gets very irritated. She doesn't like being uncomfortable at all. And then it's another product that every mother has had in their house. If you haven't had this product, you haven't had a baby. This is baby oil, just normal baby oil. Baby oil, we use it for just when we massage her and we are stretching her and stuff, so that it doesn't, like it, your hands are smooth on her skin. That's all that we use it for. So that you don't scratch her when you are stretching her. So we always have baby oil. And of course, these two products go together, which is this air freshener, and then we've got nappies. Air freshener, because she's a big girl, so when you're changing her, you will know that you are changing somebody that is really grown now. So you have to make sure that the house does smell good, her room does smell good. So we try and have a freshener, a air freshener. And then it's these nappies were like a lifesaver, you guys, because people don't know how hard it is to find nappies for a child that has special needs. Because for nappies, you have nappies for babies, and then you have adult nappies. But when your child is like between the ages of like 6 up until like 15, it's hard to find nappies. So when I found these nappies, I was so happy. And you can only get them at Discam. This is it. It's called Molicare. Molicare. They have different sizes of it, and a lot of the medical aids actually pay for this for these nappies, which is good. I'm on Discovery, and Discovery pays for these nappies. And the nice thing about them is that we like right now she's 11 and we are using extra small, which means we still have a long way to go. We're still going to use small, medium, large, and extra large, and extra large. So I was excited to find it. Here's the thing about adult nappies is that they don't work for our kids, because adult nappies are for adults. So even if you put it on her, like, because at the back, iyafonyozeka, I don't know how to explain it in English, iyafonyozeka, so they won't be, she wouldn't be comfortable sitting on it, because it's meant for adults. It's meant for adult bodies. So you can use it on a special needs child, but it's not comfortable. So that always been my problem with those nappies. People will just say, no, but just use adult nappies. They don't work. They don't work for children. And baby nappies don't work on them. So we have to find something that works for them. But this is a nice thing about these nappies, because really, honestly, they are thin enough to almost seem like she's wearing a paint. So when she's sitting down, it doesn't feel comfortable for her. It's just like the material that is, it's really nice, like it's comfortable for her. They are easy to put on as well, because the babies, the children get very stiff, so it's not like dressing up a baby. It's different, so it's a struggle to put things on their body. So this is really like nice. I like it. I really like it. It's a good product. It doesn't get wet very easily, and it doesn't smell, like the smell doesn't come out as much when it's wet. Like, like who has used I'm a hug it sometimes when you're taking off the nape. I feel like it's exaggerated, the smell. So this is such a good nappy, you guys. It was like a lifesaver when I discovered these nappies, because I had looked and looked for nappies that could fit her. And when I was like thinking I'm gonna have to use like adult nappies on her, which I didn't want to do, but I felt like the situation was forcing me to go there. Finally, we found the products. Now, this is another thing that we use all the time on her. This is a heat bag. Heat bags are used for, some people use heat bags like when it's like cold. This is like a cover that you can take out if you wanna wash it. And then on the inside, this one I got from her therapist. She gave it to me just as a gift. But you can buy heat bags from like toy store. I've bought heat bags from Crazy Store. They've got them. It's just that it's different kinds. People use heat bags, for an example, for when it's cold and you wanna put it on yourself or on your feet or whatever. But this one has to be a bin bag. It's not the one that has water, like a water one. It's a bin bag. You warm it in the microwave. What you do is that you warm it in the microwave and then you put it on her whatever muscle that bothers her a lot. Like in the morning we put it on her hips because we have to sort of warm up her muscles so it's easy for her to wake up and she's not so stiff, and it's easy for her for us to stretch her. And also when she wakes up, she can't just wake up and then you take out her nappy. You have to stretch her first and put a bin bag on her. So you put it on the microwave and then you put it on her, but it shouldn't be like too hot. It's supposed to be warm. But you can also just use it when it's cold and you wanna warm up her bed before she gets to bed. Yeah. So I think those are the products that we use. Oh, there's another one. This one is like I actually have to get her a new one because we've had this for a couple of years. It always takes time because children are not the same. Like you have to try things out. It took time for us to find something that worked for her because when it comes to drinking, she can't drink from a normal cup. Whatever she drinks, she has to drink from a straw because when she learned to drink, she learned from to drink from a straw. So even when she drinks juice, tea, whatever she drinks, she has to drink from a straw. So we and we got other containers that had straws that she wasn't drinking from. So it's like for a particular type of a straw that she would be able to drink, and it must be like the length of it must be a certain length. If it's too short or too long, she won't drink from it. So we've had this for a long time now. I need to find another one, and I kind of feel like I wanna change and get her something for a big girl and see if she can try. It can still have a straw, but not like this was like baby stuff. Now she's 11. She needs something more like she's growing up. But I would have to find something similar to this, otherwise she won't drink from it. So yes, so those are the products that we cannot live without as a special needs mom. You know, they always say when a special needs mom goes somewhere for like a day or two, you will think that they're going somewhere for a year because every special needs mom have things that they cannot live without. This is not even half of the stuff, you guys, but I thought I'll just do a few products that I can fit into this less than 20 minutes video. But thank you so much for joining me. I know I don't post all the time on this channel, but I'm gonna try and do at least one video a week. So please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and share the video with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Thank you so much.